Good morning, Cardano family. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another ADA video. Go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell. It really does make me feel good about myself. I got my hot tea and honey latte loaded, ready to go. Let's get this show started, guys. And we got some Cardano news. Let's dive right into it. This is how Cardano plans to attract 100 million Africans in crypto. So you know we have the Atala Prism initiative down there, World Mobile, Empower, amongst other many different things, guys. Don't forget about the Dish partnership as well that was broken during the Africa conference too. So there's a lot of cool stuff going in the African nation, and Cardano is going to be one of the prominent leaders of the digital infrastructure, the digital takeover that we're trying to accomplish. So Cardano's African campaign continues to grow momentum. At this time, it was announced that Adaverse, Cardano's ecosystem accelerator, has participated in the seed funding round for AfriGuild, an African blockchain gaming guild and decentralized autonomous organization. The organization's presence currently spans 9 cities in Nigeria, the third largest country in Africa with a population of over 200 million people. At the end of the year, AfriGuild also plans to expand to 4 more countries in the continent. In total, AfriGuild aims to attract 100 million Africans in the crypto and Web3 space. So this is pretty cool, guys. Again, we have more VCs coming on our side. Guys, we just need to survive at this bull run, this bear market. I don't know why I said bull run. We need to survive this bear market, and I think that Cardano cryptos that survive, cryptos that continue to build during these times will come out smelling like roses on the other side. All right, guys, so this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and move on. Thank you to OneCom, sponsoring the channel. Appreciate you guys. Again, follow OneCom on Twitter for Cardano and crypto news, community updates. Ticker symbol 1COMM. 0% fees until at least the end of December 2022 for all existing and new delegators. So thank you, OneCom. Let's go ahead and move on. Real quick, if you didn't know, Smart Contract Audit Token is doing a ISPO. I like this project. It's not really getting as much hype as I thought it would be. People aren't interested in auditing smart contracts in a decentralized manner. They want all the fluff and not any of the back-end stuff. So let's give these guys a a little bit of a boost, guys. Come on, follow them. All right, we need more projects like this. And I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, at all. But I like the premise, okay? Because we're going to have a lot of decentralized applications come out on Cardano, and we need a way to audit them in a decentralized way, so we're not getting hacked out the hoo-ha, okay? So the rug pulls stop, so the damage can be mitigated. We need more projects like this. So they're doing an ISPO. If you're interested in it, I'd recommend you look into it. The ticker symbol is audit. They do take a 99% fee, so you will be getting audit tokens instead of ADA, just to let you know. But we took a look at that the other day. They've come out with the dashboard to see how much ADA you have been rewarded. So you can see the stats here. Not saturated at all, so there's plenty of room to grow before they get big. And I truly do believe in projects like this, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and move on, guys. This is actually pretty cool. I can't believe I missed this, but apparently Cardano joins the Linux Foundation as a gold member. This is pretty cool. If you guys don't know what Linux is, this is a open source operating system, open source software company, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. You can do a lot of cool stuff with Linux. It's the customization on your desktop is amazing. A lot of servers run Linux. A lot of routers run Linux. You know, a lot of a lot of nerds run Linux, so you know, a lot of virtualization, 3D modeling, a lot of that stuff runs on Linux. So this is actually pretty cool. My Linux skills have deteriorated. I should probably download it and play around with it a little bit more, but that's okay. Congratulations to Cardano for being a member of the Linux Foundation. Of course, it lines up because Cardano is a open source project, and they truly do believe in open source technology, not patenting things, breaking down the barriers for everyone to you know, to enjoy the internet. So for example, if you guys, you know, don't want to pay $99 for Microsoft Office, not Microsoft Office, for Microsoft Windows 10 or 11, you know, download Linux, learn how to use it, and it's free, and you could do pretty much everything on Windows that you can do on Linux for free. So it's, again, it's opening up the accessibility, open source material, staying true to its values. So shout out to Cardano. Let's go ahead and move on. Got a short video. Alright guys, sorry about that, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but again, this video is about Babel fees. It's a 22-minute video. Obviously I'm not going to sit here for 22 minutes. I think I should play about 5 to 8 minutes of the video just so you can get a overview of what they're trying to accomplish here. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and play it, and yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Paulina Vinogradova, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Babel fees via limited liabilities, which is a paper that I co-authored along with Manuel Chakravarty, Nikos Karagianidis, Nicholas Kayas, and Michael Peyton-Jones. To spoil the surprise a little bit, Babel fees are a mechanism that we designed to allow users to pay fees in non-ADA tokens. So currently, fees are required to be paid in ADA. The proof-of-stake consensus algorithm relies on this. Some prospective users don't want to use or own ADA, therefore they can't build valid transactions because transactions require fees to be paid. So these could be users that want to transact in in-game tokens in an in-game marketplace, for example. Different users may value different non-primary tokens differently. For example, the quantity of non-primary tokens the user wants is limited, and after that they don't want any more of a given token. Market price of the token can also affect how many tokens of the non-ADA kind, which is non-primary tokens, a user might want. And we don't want to mandate any users to accept rewards in some non-primary token at an exchange rate set by another user or the system or unpredictable market fluctuation. We want all the users to accept an exchange rate that they are comfortable with. And the summary of the solution that we propose for this is that we propose the Babel fees mechanism, which lets users submit transactions that function like exchange offers. So for example, I offer X amount of token Y to anyone who's willing to supply the ADA required to cover the fee for this transaction. So anyone interested in the offer may submit a transaction which accepts it. So together, these two transactions form a valid batch and can be added to the ledger in the batch. Neither, however, can be added by itself. And the result of this mechanism is effectively that the user is paying fees in token Y instead of ADA. A little bit of background / review on what the Cardano fee mechanism looks like in order to see why it's difficult to directly pay fees in non-ADA tokens. So users submit transactions. So in this case, you see 3 users submitting 3 transactions, each with a different fee. And a block producer sees those transactions, block producer 1 in this case. So the transaction fee is calculated based on size, smart contract execution time, and other parameters. And all fees go towards rewarding block producers. So the transactions that a block producer receives go first in the mempool of the block producer, and then later on into a block. And the block producer gets to choose which transactions to put in a block. So blocks have a limited capacity. So for example, they have a maximum size of memory that the transactions can occupy, as well as other limitations. Producing blocks takes resources such as memory, CPU, equipment costs, and producers want to be compensated for using those resources and earn profit on producing blocks. So they can choose what transactions to include to maximize their reward for block production. In particular, this block producer chose to include only the first 2 transactions, presumably because the third transaction didn't fit into the block. And then once the block producer makes a block, they send it off, disseminate it across the network for all of the nodes to process it and add it to their local ledger. And a ledger contains a lot of data, including the UTXO set. For example, this UTXO set contains some outputs from transaction 2 and transaction 1, as well as a fee pot. So this is where all the fees go, and that's what we care about in this presentation. The fee pot is just the number of ADA tokens which have been collected as fees over the course of an epoch. And over the course of the epoch, more blocks are added, more fees are collected, and they all go into the same fee pot. In this case, we have some value in the fee pot after all that, and once the block boundary hits, the rewards get distributed. So all of the money in the fee pot gets shared among all the block producers and stakeholders that have produced block or owned stake during this epoch. So every block producer in each epoch gets a share of the fee pot containing fees from every block produced in that epoch. So everything gets divided up according to some rules. Dividing up non-fee rewards would require a very complicated ledger change to calculate what part of some non-ADA token every block producer or stakeholder is going to get as rewards is very difficult. So this is the reason that it is hard to have a mechanism to pay fees directly in non-ADA.
All right, guys, so that's pretty cool. Again, Babel fees are the fees that you can pay in different tokens. Right now, you have to pay fees in ADA, but like she said, a couple of examples are if you have an in-game token, you want to get paid, you want to pay the fee with the in-game token in that token and not in ADA. Other platforms like DEXs and stuff like that, if you have more of a native token or something like that, and you know, you don't have a whole lot of ADA and you want to pay in that certain token. So there's a lot of use cases. We'll come back to this video throughout the weeks to come as Babel fees are introduced. Definitely a good innovation on the Cardano blockchain. Let's continue to chop wood, guys. I love y'all so much. Stay tuned for the Vechain and Cardano updates coming soon. Have a good day. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Before we end, I'd like to say thank you to our wonderful Patreons. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. Thank you so much for your wonderful support. Marilyn for Crypto, Anthony Andrews, Feruz Den, Kyle Bachi, CryptoSVT.si, Angeltopia, DNC Vale, Leon Jackson II, Kragan, Allflare LLC, and Lucky Sunshine Token. Thank you again. I humbly appreciate you. Go ahead, click the links down below, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll be back with another Vechain and Cardano video.